What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today, and yesterday we do cash this 8.75x, which is nice to see. This kind of brought our day back, so to speak, which is really nice there. And again, I like to kind of have general concepts sometimes in videos. Like yesterday, we talked about having a losing day. Today, we actually have a slight winning day, and the reason being is because we do cash this 8.75x. We go up about, let's just call it 8 units. We actually go up 7.75 units, but I'm just going to round it up to 8 just for simplicity's sake. And then we miss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries, something like that. Let's just call it we missed 7 entries, so to speak, right? Just maybe I missed one out there, right? And then we go up 8 units because of this entry. So we missed 7. We hit 8 entries because of this one right here. 8 units. We go up 8 units because of this one right here. So 8 minus 7, that means we go up 1 unit because of this entry alone right here. Now, on top of that, we also cashed a 2.8x. Now, I have no idea why they only gave us a 2.8x for this. Normally, for entries like this, we're going to get a 4x or higher. No idea why they only gave us a 2.8x. I feel like that's pretty criminal here, but we do go up just slightly because of it. Again, if this guy played right here, we would have almost guaranteed would have hit this also, because look how low this guy's line was, right? He only gets 50 passes when his line was 72.5. So if this guy did play, again, I have no idea why this guy didn't play. I don't really, when these games start, I don't really keep up with the injury news of some of these teams. But if he did play, he probably would have gotten about 40 to 50 passes, somewhere in this realm right here, because his team did not do very well, right? So that is the concept there, guys, of correlation in soccer, right? If you have a lot of if you have a lot of possession, you're going to get a lot of passes. If you do not have much possession, you're not going to get many passes, all right? Now, I want to show you guys something very interesting, right? So over the past day, I told you guys we were slightly profitable on the day. You'll see the record here. We had 2 hits, which I just showed, and we had 7 misses, right? And we actually went up about 3 units. So that's really nice to see over the past 24 hours, right? And it's because of the power of these long shots, these home runs that I tell you guys about, right? So these 4-mans, these 3-mans, they are very powerful. You don't need to hit very many of them to be profitable. So this is the past 24 hours right here. This is the past 7 days, so the past week right here, and you'll actually see the past 7 days, the past week, we are actually down. We're actually down about 17 units, and this is updated about 5 minutes ago. I just took the screenshot. We're down about 17 units. But if you look over the past 30 days, guys, we're up actually 100 units, all right? So again, this is why I always talk about thinking about things on a long-term time perspective, because as you zoom further and further and further out, we are just more and more and more profitable and going to win more and more over time. And again, in the past 24 hours, like let's start now from tomorrow when I make tomorrow's video, I have no idea what's going to happen, right? We could go down 7 units. We could go up 20 units. There's no way I could tell you guys over the course of maybe 10 entries or 7 entries or whatever ends up happening if we're going to be profitable or negative, right? There's just no way I can tell the future. It's the same thing over the next week. I have no idea if I can tell the future. Over the next month, we could potentially have a losing month. But as I show you guys, we do have winning months about, I would say, 87, 88% of the time. And by the way, this is statistics coming from the actual past 32 months. I'm not just making this stuff up. We have a 12% chance, by the way, of having a losing month. So losing months happen. They're pretty rare though, right? A 12% chance of having a losing month. And by the way, in those losing months, we normally just go down about 10 to 20 units, right? And we haven't had a losing month probably since like last March, I would say, okay? So we have had a very long time since a losing month. And we are just profiting over and over and over again, month after month after month. And again, let's zoom out to the past 2026. So the past 7 months here, and we are up 227 units on this channel and on my VIP, which is obviously amazing. So again, this is why I always talk about the longer the time frame, you got to be long-term focused, right? If you just joined 7 days ago, are you down some units? Yes, you are, right? But a 17 unit downswing over a week is completely normal. That can happen, right? I showed you guys even these past couple of videos that we have missed many entries by just 1 kill or whatever, right? So 1, 2 entries hitting could have put us back in the green, but a losing month is nothing, right? It's okay. A losing week is nothing, right? A losing week, we're going to have losing weeks all the time. We're going to have losing days all the time. This is what I try to get across. So hopefully that does make sense. Now, with that all being said, right, I just went over this. I just told you guys we did have a slight winning day because of this entry hitting. This entry right here, right, this one kind of sneaking up on you guys right here, right in the middle, has actually just hit. The game just finished. This guy gets 8 kills in game 1, so he does go over, and this guy gets 5 kills in game 1, so he does go over. So I'm not really going to talk about this. I will talk about this in tomorrow's video when it does finalize, and this is an 8.75x, all right, guys? So technically, in, you know, this kind of realm of this time frame, we did actually hit an 8.75x, we hit a 2.8x, and we hit another 8.75x. But this game is going to take another probably like 30 minutes to go ahead and finish. So that is why it's not reflected in any of these graphs that I showed you guys. But this team did actually win their first game. And as I tell you guys in League of Legends, if you win the game, you're going to go over in kills, right? If you lose the game, you're likely to go under in kills, okay? Now, with all that being said, I do have another concept that I want to talk about today, right? And there's a lot of times, guys, it's not really about the picks. It's not really about the individual guys. Oh, how did this guy do versus this guy? And how did, you know, this guy do versus this guy? It is mostly about the strategy we use, and the strategy we use is called correlation. And if you guys will see, I'm gonna go ahead and circle all of the soccer duos that I took over the past 24 hours. And there has been a lot of soccer that happened yesterday. There's about 15 games of soccer, so I sent out a ton of entries. And you know, we didn't have the best day ever, but well, we kind of actually did now that this is hit. So overall, though, guys, let me just go ahead and circle all of the soccer plays that did go ahead and finish for us. And what you guys will notice is that every single soccer play, right? Every single duo of soccer players, which I think about these guys in duos, because as I bet on soccer, I'm not betting on individual players. I'm betting on teams. If the team has a lot of possession, they're going to go over. If the team does not have a lot of possession, then they're going to go under. Every single duo actually went over together or under together. So they either go green, green, or red, red. You can think about this as them going like kind of tied together, like two, you know, cars tied together, right? They are correlated. So if the team has a lot of possession, they're going to go over together. If the team does not have a lot of possession, they're going to go under together. Every single one of these duos hit together, except this one right here. And by the way, this guy misses by like 4 passes. So, you know, kind of is what it is. And this one right here. Okay. So 2 out of all of these circles, which I'm not going to count all of them, but there's like, I'm seeing like 9 or something like this, but only 2 of them did not go correlated together. And this is exactly our strategy, guys. We use correlation on our channel. We use correlation as our strategy. We've used correlation for the past 2 years, right? And you're going to see every video I post, it's going to say something like soccer and MLB correlated picks for today, Thursday, you know, and then the date, right? Correlation is the main strategy we use. And this is a prime example of correlation, right? And I can show you guys, right? Portland versus Dallas, for example. I took the Portland guys. They are right here. I took them over together, and you will see, what do you know? Portland had 62% possession, so they possessed the ball quite a lot in that game, causing their guys to go over. If they only possessed the ball 50% or 45%, these guys would not have gone over together. LAFC, they have a 28% possession against the team they played, which is Salt Lake, right? They only possessed the ball 28% of the time. They only had 250 passes to the 700 that Salt Lake had. If we look at LAFC, here they are right here. Both of these guys go way under together. It's not even close. These guys didn't even get close to hitting because they only had 28% possession. San Diego versus Colorado. This was in yesterday's YouTube video. And let me try to find it. It was right here. These guys right here. Again, we hit the MLB play with Hernandez. He goes over and does his thing. But the San Diego guys, they go under together. Why do they go under together? Because they only had 46% possession. So they had way less possession than I thought they would. I thought they would have about 60% possession because that is what they've been averaging. We got the call wrong, but these guys go under together. And this is exactly what's supposed to happen, right? Even though this play misses, these guys did not have much possession in the game. San Diego did not have much possession, so they go under. And they're supposed to go under together, right? This is exactly what we want. Now, if San Diego ends up having 70% possession, like Salt Lake did against LA, for example, then these guys would have went over, right? New York Red Bulls is the last example that I'll show, but New York Red Bulls, 64% possession. And you will see, right, you can already estimate, what do you think is going to happen with New York? Well, they had 64% possession, which is a lot of possession, so their guys are going to go over. Okay, well, let's find them here, right? Here they are, right here. These 2 guys right here, they go over together, right? Let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. These guys both go over by quite a lot, right? This guy gets 83, this guy gets 58 because they had a lot of possession. So this is what I try to get across every single video, is that it's not about the individual players. It's not about, you know, Dylan and Ari and all these guys. It's about the concept of correlation. Same thing here in League of Legends, right? I took the guys over together. They go ahead and have a really good game, so they go over together in that game. Same thing here, you know, whenever this one comes through. I do have a League of Legends play that I just want to show you guys very quickly with, I think I do, yeah, with the Pirates and with Vitality, right? So Vitality loses 9-17. As I always say on this channel, the winning team in League of Legends gets about 2 to 3x the amount of kills as the losing team, okay? So the winning team's going to get more kills. The losing team is over here. They only get 9 kills. Potent and CJEC were the guys who we bet on, right? Potent, 0 kills. This guy, 3 kills. CJEC, 3 kills. And this guy, 2 kills, okay? And what do you know? I end up taking CJEC under. He goes way under. I end up taking Potent under. He gets 0 kills in this game right here, and it does end up cashing for us, again, because this is correlated. So we're going to use the same concept, and we do use the same concept in esports, like League of Legends and like Valorant, in soccer and in football. Once we get into college football and NFL and then Canadian football, you can actually do the same thing, which is going on right now. So hopefully you guys internalize these concepts that I talk about, where we're betting on correlation and we're not trying to win every day, guys. It'd be impossible for me to come on here and tell you guys I'm going to win every day. Actually, if people tell you guys in sports betting that they win every day, you should go run the other way, because it's absolutely impossible to know if you're going to win or lose every single day. It just simply is. You cannot win every day in sports betting. That's just a matter of fact, okay? I'm one of the best sports bettors on the internet, right? Try to find someone that's up 225 units in 2026, and I'm here to tell you guys that we're going to have losing days. We're going to have some days where we go down a lot. We're going to have some weeks where we go down, right? Losing days are part of the game. We actually lose quite a lot in the VIP, a lot of entries, because we try to hit home runs, these 3-mans and 4-mans, which do not hit often, all right? So if you're really, if you're conceptualizing those things, I want you in the VIP. I want you guys to make money. You guys would have made more than $2,000 so far this year if you are just a $10 better or more. So if you're more $20, $25, $30, you could 2x, 3x that number, okay? So let's get into the first pick of the day, which is going to be on BETR, guys. BETR, as I talk about home runs on PrizePicks, these are more base hits, right? So we just try to take the discounts every day, and we try to hit these discounts every day, and you can make about $200, $300 to $400 a month, depending on how good the month is, on BETR and on Sleeper, just utilizing these discounts, all right? So Aspas, we're going to take him over 33.5. His normal line is 36.5, and we're going to take him over because he is discounted down to 33, obviously, okay? Again, these 3 kill differences really do matter in esports. I just showed you guys a couple of days ago, the past couple of days, we missed big 4-man entries that would have been nice to hit by 1 kill alone, all right? So 1 kill, 2 kill differences really do matter a lot. I will also say on Sleeper yesterday, we had 2 discounts. One of them hits for 3.1x, and then one of them loses. So that's 2 units being played, and we gain 3 units from it, all right? So that is the first pick of the day, with Carzy as well to go under 8 kills on Vitality. This is happening tomorrow morning. This is on BETR, guys. If you don't have BETR, you can text me right here to my number. Text me BETR. Text me for apps like Kalshi, for apps like Underdog Fantasy. I've been getting a lot of you guys into BETR. I've been getting a lot of you guys into Rebet as well. So you guys can go ahead and sign up for that, and for Sleeper, okay? All of my apps are right here, okay? NOVIG, ONYX, Dabble, Sleeper, BETR, Underdog, Kalshi, Rebet. You guys can sign up for any of these apps with code DETECTIVE, except for Sleeper. The code is paid, and you guys can get 1 to 2 free months of the VIP for doing so. Not only will you do that, not only will it help you out, and you guys will get into the VIP for like $5, but you guys also, these apps give really good different promos and stuff. For example, you put $10 into ONYX today, you get $100 in free picks, okay? You put $5 into NOVIG with code DETECTIVE, you get a free $50, all right? So these apps give you money. These apps are literally giving out free money. So even without the VIP sign up, you guys should sign up for these apps and just take the free money they give you, right? It's a no-brainer to do so. It's like people handing you a free $100 on the side of the road. You're obviously going to take it, and you can bet on it with whatever you want, okay? I can actually help you out too if you need things to bet on with that money that you're going to get from those apps, all right? So again, my number is right here. Go ahead and text me. I'm here to help you guys, and I will respond to you within the next 5 minutes, all right? So Second pick of the day is on Prize Picks, and this is a 5X. Again, we're going to do what we did all World Cup. We've had a couple of unfortunate things happen the past couple of days, but what has been very true to us has been these MLB plays. 3 out of 3 in the past 3 days on these MLB hitter fan scores and the pitcher fan scores, okay? So we've been doing very well on that. The soccer, and I believe we took a League of Legends play, not so much. We've taken some opposite correlations where I'll take the overs and the unders will hit and vice versa, but that's part of the game, guys. These are 5Xs, so you're not going to hit every single one of these, right? The last play that we hit was on Sunday, and now it's Thursday, but on Sunday we hit a 5X for that World Cup game, that World Cup final, and that should pay for like 4 misses right there, that one on Sunday. So we are due for a hit here, but I can't promise anything, guys. This is how sports betting works. As I said with the VIP, you're going to get more plays like this every day. So hopefully we can hit more on the VIP, but these free picks are pretty much the same picks that I would give out on the VIP as well. You're just getting way more picks on my VIP channel right there. Okay. So we're going to take Kevin McGonigal to go over 5 hitter fantasy score, guys. And I will say, this isn't one of those things where he's on a super hot streak. You'll see that he has been doing relatively okay. He's been doing decent, nothing like really bad. But the main reason why I like this is a concept that I've talked quite a lot about in the past couple of weeks here, is that we are getting a green goblin for non-green goblin prices, okay? This is another concept that I really like in the MLB, right? So his hits, runs, RBIs is 1.5, and you will see right here, it is a green goblin right now on PrizePicks. If you don't know what a green goblin means, it means that PrizePicks is pricing this as he has a higher chance to hit this than not hit this. And you might be like, well, why would I not take green goblins? Well, because they give you less of a payout. So it's kind of a trade-off, right? You get something that hits at a higher rate, but you get less of a payout for it. So that is why I don't recommend them, because normally the payouts that they give you are not very good on PrizePicks for the green goblin. So I almost never take green goblins. But you can go to his hitter fantasy score at 5.5, and you can see as I flick between these two lines here, right? You have the hitter fantasy score, then you have the hits, runs, RBIs. Fantasy score, hits, runs, RBIs. They are fundamentally the exact same line, right? And the reason being is because if he gets 2 hits, runs, RBIs, he should also hit 6 or more fantasy score. So he should hit this line even if he does get more hits, runs, or RBIs, which right now is a green goblin. You will actually see that one game here against the Cubs on the 20th, he has hit his fantasy score, but he did not hit his hits, runs, RBIs. And I believe it's because he got walked a couple of times. So I think he gets walked twice, so he goes over on his fantasy score, but he actually goes under on the green goblin line, okay, which is crazy. So his fantasy score actually has a higher chance of hitting than the green goblin play right now. In other words, guys, very simply put, we are getting a green goblin for a non-green goblin price, right? This hitter fan score at 5.5 right now has the same hit rate as the green goblin on PrizePicks. So PrizePicks is literally telling you guys right now that this line has a higher chance of hitting than missing. The over does, okay? Hopefully that makes sense, right? These concepts that I explain in these videos, I feel like if you can conceptualize them, you will be a profitable sports bettor long term, right? It's not that difficult to conceptualize some of these concepts as long as you just think about them for a couple of minutes here. As I'm talking about how to win on PrizePicks, I'm talking about correlation with soccer. I'm talking about MLB and finding plays that have a higher hit rate than don't, right? It is simple stuff that we do over and over and over again over the past 2 years that has generated us more than 1,000 units over these past 2 years, okay? Now, the second part of this is with soccer, all right? And we have 2 players on this Corinthians team, all right? And as I talk about in soccer, guys, if they have a high number of possessions, so if they have, let's say, 55% possession or more in this game, then both of these guys should go over together, right? The concept is called correlation. You can also think about this as 2 birds with 1 stone. If this team has a high number of possession, then both of these players should go over together. So we, instead of needing multiple things to happen, where we need a WNBA play and an NBA play and an MLB play and an NHL play and all these different things needing to happen in separate states and separate games, we just need one thing to happen. We need Corinthians to have a high number of possession. If that does happen, they should hit over. If Corinthians does not have a high number of possession, they have a low number of possession, then these guys should hit under, okay? It's very simple. We'll do the same thing in the NFL and in college football when that comes around. For example, I will take someone like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, and I'll take Patrick Mahomes over pass yards and Travis Kelce over receiving yards, right? That should make sense to you. If Patrick Mahomes gets a lot of passes and a lot of passing yards, who's going to be catching a lot of the balls? Well, Travis Kelce will, right? So they'll both go over together. Or if Patrick Mahomes has a really bad game, then Travis Kelce will also have a really bad game together because they're extremely correlated, right? One player one offense can determine two players. It's the same thing in soccer. One team can determine how two players do based on their passing, okay? So this is a 5X, guys. Go ahead and lock that in. That's the play of the day on PrizePicks. Here's the play of the day on BETR. Hopefully you guys are conceptualizing what I'm talking about, right? If something clicked in your mind, that is really what I'm looking for, and I want you to be in the VIP. And again, we have gone up 100 units over the past 30 days, which would be $1,000 as a $10 better. And as you make money on the VIP, the concept is to maybe start as a $1 to $2 better, whatever it is, right? You can start very, very small. And then you'll build up to $5 and you'll build up to 10, then you'll build up to 15, then to 20, then to 25. And I'm telling you guys, by the time football season kicks off, if you're a $1 to $2 better, you can already be up in that $10 better range by the time football kicks off, which is in maybe like a month, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching and tuning in every single day. Again, the best way to get into the VIP right now is with one of these apps, right? So NOVIG, it's a $5 deposit. BETR, it's a $5 deposit, right? So just text me. I'll get you guys into the VIP for $5, for $10 with one of these apps. Very simple. It takes about 5 minutes of your time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.